Sacrifice what you need to sacrifice so you can move in the direction that is in alignment with your journey. Let go of what was so you can use your magnetic energy and the law of attraction to call forth and to live in alignment with what will come. It won't be easy, but there will be a natural order and flow to this process. At first, it may feel clunky since this is new, but trust the process. Trust that you are rewiring your brain for greatness and for pockets of authenticity. Reading to you from the book, Live the Life You Deserve. This is my 10th book. One of the big themes here is about using our energy, our magnetic energy. Everything in the universe is energy. Everything has energy. The clothes that you wear, the way that you speak, the way that you communicate, the way that you listen, the way that you interpret things, the sounds that you hear, the music you listen to, the podcasts you tune into, the books that you read, the shows that you watch, the things that you see on social media, the newsletters you're subscribed to, the companies that you pay, the companies that pay you. Everything has an energy. Everything has a purpose. There's nothing that has no purpose. Everything has a purpose. Everything means something. The beauty of this is that we can use our magnetic energy and the law of attraction to call forth and to live in alignment with what will come. So many people, when we're talking about personal development, growth, healing, moving forward, creating, building, living, just being a human being. So many people fail to neglect that we're always attracting something. Always. You are always attracting something. I'm sure you've heard phrases like you reap what you sow, basically meaning that you're going to get what you invest. Everything that you plant, all the seeds that you will plant and harvest, you will get something from them. And those consequences may align and they may be beautiful for you and you may love them. And that's what I hope for you. That's what I want for you. And sometimes some of those consequences are not great. And there is a thing that we all need to understand, that we're not in control of very much. You know, my high school football coach said it to me. He said, Sly, the only thing you're in control of is your effort and your attitude. You know, and that type of phrasing that he gave me just made me remember that we can only control how we show up, who we are in those moments. There's so many things outside of you that you cannot control. And so that's why we can't ignore the law of attraction. That's why we can't ignore energy. That's why we have to understand and embody and integrate the aspect that we have access to magnetic energy that can help us get the job that we want, the career that we want, the advancement that we need. It can help us learn the skills that we need to become a better parent, an integrated parent, a parent with the calm nervous system, a parent with the vision. Law of attraction can help you and your partner who may be at a confused state of what are we doing and where are we going. The law of attraction can help you guys get clear on what's next and who you need to be and how you need to operate. And one of the things that I wrote in here is I said it won't be easy, but there will be a natural order and flow to this process. And that's the thing that we all need to understand, is that we can get so overwhelmed with what we're looking to create, who we want to be, where we want to be, where we want to go. But what we all have to remember is that there is a natural order. Oftentimes, there's numerous natural orders that are occurring outside of us, whether that's the universe, whether that's God, whether there's certain paperwork. You need to do A in order to get to B. Some paths are linear like that, where you have to do A, B, C, and you get to D. Sometimes you just need more information from little things before you can make the big decision, right? And so there's always, as we're creating and building our lives, I want you to keep in mind that there's always a trust. There's always a knowing, and it's a natural knowing. It's a knowing that's inside of your DNA. It's a natural knowing. It's a natural trust. In the world that we live in, it beats us down so much that we don't trust that knowing, and we don't trust what's already been coded in our DNA. So our work here as human beings is to remember that there's a natural trust, there's a natural surrender, if you will, that even when we're going through transitions, gray areas, nuanced things, hard times, loss, grief, pain, suffering, or joy, celebration, excitement, as we're going through these things, remember there's a natural arc to everything. And I think that remembrance, just remembering there's a natural arc to everything, remembers that we don't have to create everything. We don't have to be everything. We don't have to do everything. We don't have to overperform. We don't have to people please. We don't have to be inside of codependency, because there's a natural arc to everything. There's a natural consequence to everything. And so a lot of us just need to trust that knowing, and trust that if it is true that energy is everything and we're always creating, we're always attracting, then for us, that means that there's places we do need to focus on and put our energy. And then there's some that we can't. And trying to be a control freak is one of those things that won't help you. Trying to control every outcome won't help you. But being able to focus and control on what you put in will always help you. You know, the last line in here I says, trust that you are rewiring your brain for greatness and for pockets of authenticity. Trust that you are rewiring your brain for greatness and pockets of authenticity. I really like this one because authenticity is key. Authenticity is everything that we want. Have you ever talked to someone much older than you and me? You know, someone who, grandparent, great grandparent, they've been around a long time. Have you ever noticed how honest they are? Even though they may be very kind and loving, have you ever noticed how honest they are? The reason that they're so honest and people like you and me lie is because they've lived so much longer than us. And they understand that one of the keys to having a long, healthy life is to be authentic with yourself, to have values, to have morals, to have a purpose, to have things that are guiding you, but to be authentic to your journey. And so many people in their teens and 20s and 30s and 40s suffer because they're not being authentic to themselves. They're still living in the shadow of their parents. They're living in the shadow and the crevices of society. They're living under insecurity, trauma, pain, fear, ego. And so the key here, the key vibrational frequency we want to tap into is authenticity. Because when you're tapped into authenticity, you're on your purpose and you're healing. And you're being honest and you're focused on attracting what you want. And the more you focus on attracting what you want, the more you get it, the more you create it, the more you attract it, the more you be in alignment with it, the more that you are in energetic alignment, the thing that you want. Trust that you are rewiring your brain for your greatness. There's greatness inside of you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be seeing this video. I'm a mirror to you. We vibrate at the same vibrational frequency. There's greatness inside of you. There's greatness in me. Greatness in me sees the greatness in you. And my big question to you is, can you excavate that greatness in every pillar of your life? Because that's what I'm demanding of you. That's what I'm asking of you. That's what I'm trying to demand of myself. And that's what I'm also asking of myself. And so friend to friend, soul to soul, I'm just curious. Can you truly excavate the greatness in you? That means getting rid of all excuses. That means rewiring your brain to integrate the child you, the unintegrated version of you, your shadow, your pain, your darkness, those pages of your book that you don't read. Can you integrate those and can you bring them in to the adult version of you, to the mature version of you, to the healthy version of you, to the wealthy version of you, to the authentic version of you? And you know what it is that may be missing. And perhaps all that's missing is a little authenticity, a little truth. You don't need to be hard on yourself. You don't need to beat yourself up. You just need to invite yourself to authenticity. Yes, I could be better here. Yes, I could tighten this up. And then step into it. And then remember that all you're doing is rewiring your brain. And so the key word I want you to remember as we leave today's chat is practice. Practice is how you rewire your brain. In sports, what we will say is, let's say the first team, so the first players getting the reps, we will say they're getting the reps. And what does that mean? That means that they're getting the most opportunity to practice the plays. Why? So when we get in the game, those people are going to be the people that the coaches trust the most to execute the plays, to run the plays. Why? So we can attract the goal that we're looking for, which is to win the game. Well, in sports, we call them reps. But if you say the full word, it's repetition. Repetition does what? Repetition rewires your brain. My name is Sylvester McNutt III. Thank you for joining today's chat. This was from the book, Live the Life You Deserve, published by Hay House. Go ahead and check this out at Amazon or Audible as well. I did the voice book on Audible.